Well, here we are. We've finally made it to the randomly picked place out of the hat. We're at the home of the black swan. Today I'm in Dawlish in Devon. I'll be starting roughly around this area in Barton Hill car park. Then I'll be going up the road and then onto a footpath, going along there and going over the A379 and then up there a bit to see some views over the town, the seafront and the railway line. Then I'll be going up the park and then back onto the A379 all the way along here and then down to Old Teignmouth Road. I'll be going down there and then back onto the A379, following it all the way down here and then going down Smugglers Lane to the train line and then going under the bridge, and then we'll be climbing on to the sea wall and we'll get some wonderful views of the sea and the trains passing us. We'll go all the way down here to Teignmouth and we'll take the paths and the roads all the way back to the car. So join me on my walk to see how I get on. Well, we're just coming out of Barton Hill car park and we've just got to go up here out of the car park. So to head towards the walk. Just got to go up this little narrow road here. We've got a public footpath and you know, you've got a choice here of different directions. But we're going to go this way. Well, I did do this walk previously with a couple of friends, and you know who you are, which was a great experience of seeing Dawlish. And also, of course, down to Teignmouth. Okay, so we've just come out of the footpath here. Now, we want to go up this road. Just got to be careful crossing it. And already got a nice scenic view from here. Look at that. And we'll be talking a bit about the railway line here in just a moment. And we've just got to go through this little narrow pathway and there you go. We'll be climbing up and seeing more and more of this wonderful seafront of Dawlish. There it is, look. There we are. As we walk up the hill, we get a better view over the railway line and the seafront of Dawlish. So, I'm going to go into a bit of information now about what happened over here. So the UK had already taken a bruising from horrendous weather from the 4th of February 2014. When it did, it would be a shocking reminder of the true extent of nature's power The ferocious storm that ripped the sea wall and ground from beneath the railway line in Dawlish gave no quarter. Across the wider region, 44,000 lost power and residents were evacuated from their homes as stones thrown up by waves and wind crashed through windows. It's easy, of course, in hindsight to see what was coming. Weather had been getting frequently more extreme, but as anyone who has lived in a coastal area knows, storms and bad weather are generally to be endured ahead of the spectacular idyllic summers. And the railway had faced off the elements before, although memories of a storm washing away some of Dawlish station were by this point 40 years old. Yet 2014 would bring a brutal or more damaging refresher. On the 4th of February itself, people carried on as they would normally on a bad day on a seaside town, but things got progressively worse. As the day went on, wind would reach 79 miles per hour, enough to pull the waves up over trains making their way along the Dawlish seawall. There was one passenger shared their footage with the national news and discussed how he felt as his train was caught in the ever more raging storm. Water buffeting the train as it washed over the top and down the other side. He talked about how the seawater levels seemed to reach up close to where the train was. Even when they got to Dawlish station, the witness described waves crashing over the top of the structure. According to local reports, seaweed began hitting the windows of the terraces 60 feet up. Residents braved the stormy night, but began to notice amidst the hammering of waves something shocking. By 9:30 p.m, a section of the sea wall had gone. The track swung in the wind, soon to become an iconic reminder of the volatility of nature and the need to prepare for the ever more frequent extreme weather the UK was now facing. There has been a project going on here for quite some time. The Network Rail have been onto it. Network Rail engineers assessed the damage and found 18 metres of track, station platforms and sections of coastal path had been claimed by the storm. Though some engineers mobilised a 300 strong team and began a project to repair the line immediately. Not that the weather let up its relentless barrage as they worked. Instead, the line of shipping containers they had set up to protect themselves as they restored the track was breached on the 14th of February. In nearby Teignmouth, a controlled landslip resulted in 20,000 tonnes of material being washed down from the cliff over the railway and into the sea. However, in just 8 weeks, the 100-metre breach was fixed and the line was up and running again. But Network Rail wanted to do more to make sure nothing like this would happen again. So in 2019, in May, work began on a new sea wall. The overall 80 million Department for Transport funded project, which will also see improvements made to Dawlish station, including an accessible station footbridge with lifts, will be completed in 2023 and will protect the railway and town from rising sea levels and extreme weather for future generations. Rail Minister Wendy Morton said, "The progress being made on Dawlish's seawall is incredible. We're investing in 80 million to rebuild the iconic station, as well as making it more accessible for all passengers." And of course, what's happened here, as a lot of people here would say, is definitely marks a bit of history about Dawlish. It really is a beautiful part of Devon, isn't it? Round here, the south of Devon. Just going to get myself a drink of water. Got to remember to drink, which is always something I find difficult to remember sometimes. Okay, let's do it. Well, just moving away from the seafront on the cliff for a moment. Got to go up here, and then we'll be going on to a road. Nice little area here to take your dogs. There's a few dog walkers around, and a few molehills here as well. So a little bit of information about Dawlish. So Dawlish is a traditional seaside town with a wonderful golden and sand beach on its doorstep. Of course, that's been a bit affected recently because of what's been going on there with the storms, but the town offers a range of amusements and is centred around the lawn and brook, which is home to the famous black swans. Just a few miles down the road is Dawlish Warren, a beautiful nature reserve with a blue flag beach. Just another point to pick out from earlier about the railway line. That railway line is the only line that connects up the rest of like destinations like Plymouth with like Exeter. So we're on the A379. We were briefly on it just before, but this road is a coastal road that links up Exeter to Plymouth. It's a really nice run down on this road. Always been a fan of it, if I'm honest. Here you go, folks, look at that view over there. So you can get down here to the coast path. Look at that lovely valley there, look, with the sea in the background. You sort of have to cross over a couple of times when you're going down here, but we've got to cross over again here where that bus shelter is and go down that lane to the right of it there, you see. Smuggler's Lane, and there you go, look. Coast path, Teignmouth via seawall, 1 mile. My little picture there, but this bit is one of the main parts of this whole walk, and you'll see why in a moment. You'll see in just a moment here. Look at that, as the sea shows itself, and this bridge, train bridge, and Salty Dog. It's closed out of season, but you can imagine how popular that is when it's in season. And we've just got to go down this way. So we've just got to head down here. It's a bit slippery here, so just be careful, but take your time. Right, we're on the sand here. It's a bit narrow along here, so you've just got to bear in mind for other people. So we've got to go under the train line bridge. Mind your head as well as you come along here. And then there we go, look. Up these steps, a view over there of the cliffs, and up here, the sand on the steps, and we're literally, folks, going to be right next to the railway line. Look at this, and there's a train coming as well. Perfect timing. And there we go, look, so the views over the sea, so peaceful, and dog walkers, dogs off the lead, having a good time. And this will take us all the way to Teignmouth. Right, there's a place to sit here. I'm going to have my lunch and I'm going to take in this wonderful view. Catch you in a bit. .75 kilometers per hour that must be, or 75 miles an hour. But you can see up here all of the metal mesh that they've put up there to try and stop any earth or the cliffs coming down. It's so lovely to hear the crashing waves in the background, and you can hear the seagulls. You can kind of get a bit of a smell of the sea air. Right, time to give you a bit more information about these black swans. So where did the Dawlish black swans come from? We'll just wait for the train to pass. Look at that. Wow. So close. Very similar to, if you've seen my walking highlights in Exmouth, you'll feel like it's very similar to that. But this path is definitely wider, isn't it? So yeah, black swans breed mainly in southeast and southwest Australia. So finding them halfway across the world on English soil is highly unusual. So the black swans in Dawlish didn't arrive on their own, as you may have expected, but were brought all the way from Australia as a gift for the town. Back in the early 1900s, a local Dawlish resident immigrated to New Zealand, and when he came back to visit in 1906, he brought in a pair of black swans along with him. No one really knows why he did this, but there's some speculation around the topic that he wanted to give his hometown a unique gift which would make Dawlish stand out from the crowd, and that it did. Unfortunately, the very first black swans of Dawlish died sometime in between the two world wars. However, another pair was gifted to the town by Captain Pittman, a game war warden in Uganda. So the local community and visitors to the town can continue to enjoy these beautiful and unusual birds. And of course you can spot them. If you go and search for these beautiful black swans, all you need to do is head to the brook, also known as Dawlish Water, and you're sure to spot the resident swans and their fluffy cygnets at the right time of the year, paddling around and swimming in the stream. So a lot of tourists do come here for that, to see the good old black swans. Well, it is 6 degrees. I just had a look on my phone. But yeah, the hands are feeling a little bit cold. But yeah, you just want to keep stopping and just admiring the seafront here. You can see the waves are getting a bit choppy down there at the moment, but I suppose that's quite normal for this this time anyway, really. We're just going to go up over this way, away from the railway track for a moment, just to look over the sea. Look at that. Look at that. So we've gone all the way from over there. Again, very different today, isn't it, from climbing over gates, going through stiles and meeting the bullocks, you know. There's a dog down there enjoying himself, digging a hole. Oh, there's two other dogs there, look. They've dug a hole there. Got their paws in it as well, brilliant. Dogs love the beach, don't they, you know? On the way back, I'll show you there's a big Teignmouth sign. There's quite a few people around at the moment, so I can't really go there, so I will show you in a bit. But obviously that will indicate to people on the train that they're nearly in Teignmouth. Not long and we'll be arriving in Teignmouth. Straight ahead, of course, is the town. The weather's been alright today. Just been cloudy, no rain, and yeah, much more milder than it certainly has been recently. So I'll give you a bit of information about Teignmouth. So Teignmouth is a stunning coastal town with historic Georgian buildings, long sandy beaches and fresh local food. The town sits on the edge of the mouth of the River Teign. We've seen a bit of that, haven't we, the River Teign last year. And the South Devon coast, and is surrounded by lush Devon countryside, so you won't find a more beautiful setting for a holiday. Nice straight bit of beach there. So I'm just about to turn round, folks, so before I do, I'll show you a little glimpse of Teignmouth. Okay, so we're on our way back, and you can see again how it is breathtaking, really, isn't it, around here? I just heard the train in the distance hoot up. I know some of my subscribers and viewers can't really get out to explore, so it's great having you on board and you know, experiencing the adventure with me also. So we're coming up to the big Teignmouth sign. So you'll see how large this sign is. I'll keep going backwards and you'll see how small I become over here. Look at this. So when people on the train, the passengers see this, then know they're nearly in the town. Anyway, let's crack on. Of course, it feels like the second part, when you go past the Teignmouth sign, this feels like part 2 of 2 before you go down the steps and under the train bridge. Got the train coming. Quite a long one, isn't it? Yeah, some rushing water off there, look, the cliffs. So the train obviously goes through the cliff. There's a tunnel. So one more shot for you of a train going past through the tunnel. Or maybe another train. Right, so back through here under the train bridge. Mind yourself when you go under here, because you can see how low this is, you know. And back on the sand. And there we have it. The last view, folks, that I'm going to show you of Dawlish seafront. There we go, the walk is complete. I did 9.17 kilometres in the end. Thank you again, Tom, for showing me this walk. But what a beautiful area this is, isn't it? And it's just nice to come down to the coast again, which I haven't done for a long time. And I know that there have been sort of suggestions from people I know that have said, you know, can you do some coastal walking? And this kind of includes that, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, it's obviously a little bit hilly at places, but the paths are pretty well maintained. And now I know this kind of distance won't be suitable for everyone, so you know you can park in this car park here, and there's plenty of space, and it's for over 4 hours. It's £4.30. It's got contactless, so you know if you haven't got any coins. There's a toilet next door to this car park. The other place you could park if you want to be nearer to Teignmouth along the walk along the railway line and the seafront, there is Old Teignmouth Road, which is right next to the A379, and it looks like you can park there for free. You've got your options, you just make it your day. But yeah, brilliant, and always worth coming down to see the black swans, because this is obviously the place for them. And it's great for families here, you know. The kids will love it. You know, or if you're just coming down on a holiday as well, it's a lovely place to come. But yeah, totally recommend it. And the views over Dawlish seafront are just beautiful, aren't they? And of course, the views and the sea views over the walkway towards Teignmouth. But yeah, sorry it's taken me a while to do this video. Yeah, it's been a bit of a busy start to January for me, but I will do more regular videos now, and of course look out for the next Walking Highlights draw to see where we'll be going next. It won't be that long until I do that one, but I hope it's not too late to say a happy new year to you all. Great speaking with everyone today on my walk, and any new subscribers that have joined, thank you very much indeed. Get the word out there as well to other people that would be interested in my my channel and will really support the channel. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's starting to get a little bit dark, but yeah, no, it has been good. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Take care, stay safe, and join me for another walking journey very soon. And it's bye bye from me in Dawlish.